Now, this is the reason for all the excitement here in the studio. After a year's absence due to the FIFA World Cup, the fan-favourite pre-season derby between Soweto Giants, Orlando Pirates and Kaizer Chiefs is back this year. The Carling Black Label Cup, which will be played on the 27th of July, will be attended by an anticipated full house at the F&B Stadium and English football legend Ian Wright. Wright made a name for himself in his 20s at Crystal Palace and is considered that team's player of the century. Then he moved to Arsenal and was leading scorer 6 seasons in a row. He won the FA and League Cup double in '93, won the League and FA Cup in 1998 and helped Arsenal to the final of the now defunct UEFA Cup Winners' Cup. He played for England 33 times, even scoring, or kind of half scoring, against Bafana. A legend, a TV personality, and even a recording artist. Ian Wright joins us now. Welcome to Morning Live.
Thank you very much, Vaylin. It's great to be here.
You giggle when I mention it was a half goal against Bafana.
It was a
in
half
97.
goal. You know, I've been here for like 3 days, and I've never said sorry so much in my life. On a daily basis.
I'm sure you've got strong sentiments towards VAR then.
Well, to be honest, you know something. We know that if VAR was around in that game, even though it was a friendly, it probably would not have been given. But I'm a strong advocate for VAR because I think it's going to help the game. As the time goes by, it will help the game.
So you're here in South Africa now, and it's for the Carling Black Label Cup.
Yeah.
Now, you've spoken a lot about your excitement having watched derbies all over the world, because there's some fabulous ones. The Turkish derby in South America, in
Argentina.
Brazil, you know, in the UK.
Yes.
What's so special? What is your draw towards the Soweto derby?
The Soweto derby, for a start, is one that I've always wanted to go to. The draw is the fact that with all the derbies that we've mentioned, this derby, the fans will watch together. For two teams that are so like staunch enemies, to be playing in a game. And I was speaking to Willard and Happy the other day, and they were both saying that there's no friendly in this game, no matter what the occasion. So for the fans, the point I'd make with the Carling Cup, for the fans to be in charge and be able to choose the team, choose the captain, choose the directives in respects of what happens, substitutes, referee decisions, in a game like this, I find it astounding. The power that the fans have been given, it's absolutely amazing.
You have been in the country a couple of days, and I've heard you actually comment that something like this, where the fans do have such a large amount of power in a match, would never happen in England.
No, it wouldn't, because largely fans around the world they don't really get any kind of power. They go to the game, they pay the ticket, they watch the game, and that is about it. You know, they make their noise, but in respects of giving them something, it doesn't happen. They don't really get anything. When you look at the amount of money that's in the game, the fans are the ones that are still paying out to watch the team that they love. But when you consider the Carling Cup and what they're doing and the opportunity that fans have to choose, like I say, to choose the team, and on Twitter, whatever it is, I think the power is fantastic to give them.
So the tournament format has seen the fans select the starting 11, get the chance to be the coach, and this year fans are actually going to be voting in a game changer, which will be something that will be implemented on game day. Fans will have until the 30th of June. What are these game changers?
So the game changers is so you can have maybe a substitute goalkeeper for the fourth substitute, maybe the mic'd up referee, sin bins might be one as well. Those are the three that I particularly feel are pretty good in it, and I think that, you know, first, I think the substitution one is not one that I'm really too keen on, the rolling subs, but I do like the referee being mic'd up. You know, I quite like that one, and I like the fact that a goalkeeper can be a fourth substitute, because sometimes people get injured and you need to bring a goalkeeper, and I think they should bring that in football globally. I think that's a fantastic idea.
A 65% strike rate when you were with the Gunners. How difficult was watching last night? It will scar me for life. I think you have to give Chelsea credit, but I think any Arsenal fan will tell you that this season has been so inconsistent, especially the last few games of the season. We needed a couple of points maybe to get into the Champions League naturally, but I think that the players, they kind of capitulated like the second half yesterday. They showed a weakness again in the second half yesterday that I think we've seen too frequently, too often during the season, and I don't think that we were ready for the Champions League, and especially that the way we finished the season and the way we played in that second half, it's a bit worrying, simply because in a game that Chelsea had already qualified for the Champions League, they looked to me like they were more hungry to win the game, and they didn't have as much to lose. So it was great. It was great for Chelsea, but
for us as an Arsenal fan, simply because now, going to the Champions League, are we going to have the kind of money to spend? We're not going to have the same kind of money to spend, and it's going to be a very difficult summer, I think, for Arsenal.
We, unfortunately, as you know, with broadcasting, we've run out of time, and it does come to an end so quickly. Many people will come up to you and tell you what their most memorable goal is. What's your most memorable goal?
I think my most memorable goal, it has to be a goal against Everton I scored. It was really quite nice in respect of I bring it over the guy's head, then over the goalkeeper's head. It was a beautiful goal. That's why I liked it.
Lovely stuff. Thank you so much
My
for coming
pleasure.
in, and we look forward to hosting you at the F&B Stadium. That's Ian Wright, English football legend, here to chat about the Carling Black Label Cup, and tickets are on sale. The match is going to be taking place on the 27th of July. Let's conclude quickly with the trivia question we asked you in the first hour. Who were the goal scorers in Chelsea's first